I was playing Tracy Chapman. If you ever want to listen to that beautiful song, it is called Heaven's Here on Earth. So again, I am here on live, and I'm here in Zoom. This class is originally for Zoom, and there's a special link in my bio if you ever want to join in. Um, it'll be good to see faces and not just names, so that there can be an interaction towards the reflection questions that I have. And I will do a better job in marketing this class. It's just a lot going on. I'm wearing a lot of hats. So the marketing aspect of things is just, I'm working on it. But just to gather us all in, this class is called Nurturing Your Inner Sanctuary Through Mindfulness. And last class, I spoke briefly about mindfulness and metta, which means loving kindness. And tonight's class, I want to speak more about the divine abodes, which to me is this expression of freedom and true liberation. Um, and there are multiple aspects to the divine abodes. In tonight's class, I want to talk more about loving kindness. Um, oh, thank you. Hi, Valencia. Now taking my notes. Okay, I will. Um, uh, so Divine Abodes Part One, Loving Kindness. Before I start, though, I just want to make sure I center myself because I get all the time a little nervous before starting these classes. So I want to center myself and want to invite you all to also center yourself as we spend this time together. And I just want to acknowledge the land that I am on. Um, just feeling the earth beneath me. And I'm sitting on the chair right now, and my feet is grounded. And I feel the sense of grounding already just by acknowledging this. So, whenever I'm starting to feel anxious, nervous, all of those things, I could just come back to this sense of grounding. So I just want to take this moment to just acknowledge the land, acknowledge nature, and give thanks to how wonderful and perfect, even in its chaos, that it just works in harmony to give us everything that we need. Everything. The earth is just so intelligent. The creator is intelligent. Mother Nature is intelligent. And we have all that we need to thrive in this world. So I want to take the time to acknowledge that and take the time to acknowledge the sun for giving us the vitamins that we need to help the earth to thrive and grow and bloom. Uh, this vibration, the sun, the rays, everything that it gives. I just want to give thanks to that, give thanks to my ancestors, the names that I know, the names I do not know. Without them, I would not be here. So I give thanks for them, for being with me, finding ways to speak to me. And I'm just grateful to be in the space where I can actually hear, listen, and follow. I want to give thanks to all living teachers, mentors, everyone who has helped me to be in this position. And I just hope that I continue the work that has been passed on and will pass it on to others. And we all just become this wonderful, uh, just walk in lights of healers, teachers, guides, everything to just kind of like cultivate more love within this world. Um, and I want to give thanks to the root of this practice. In the Western world, we speak of it in a secular level of teaching mindfulness, but I don't want to kind of lose the roots of this practice of the teachings, which comes from Buddhism. And it doesn't have to be practiced as a religion. It's just practical practices to help us just be more loving, be more mindful, be more present. So I still want to acknowledge the roots of that practice. And yeah, and you can take the time to acknowledge anything you need to acknowledge just to center yourself and while you're here with me. Take that nice Big deep breath in and out. Okay. So I was listening to an not so old song by Ziggy Marley, and it's called Love is My Religion. And I was thinking to myself, what would the world really be like if everyone practiced love as their religion? Like this foundation, right? Love is the foundation. So I kind of want to talk about love, loving kindness, friendliness in tonight's topic, and explore the divine abodes, which to me creates this path of awakening the heart. And I've been working with my heart center for some time now, because I've noticed that there has been a lot of tension, a lot of pain, a lot of negative memories that are stored in this heart center, and which has inhibited me a lot of times in becoming more intimate, and not just intimate in romantic relationships, but intimate in um, friendships, intimate with myself, with the earth. And as I started working with the heart center and on this path of like cracking open this like all these bricks around the heart, uh, I just have been feeling more light, traveling lighter. And I kind of want to express how what it has done to me in these classes. And oftentimes when I ask myself questions, I want to ask you all so we can start to get deeper into what may be blocking us from having this awakened, open, full, unconditional, loving heart. So, a few questions. Um, can we devote our time to love, to unconditional love fully? Can we every day set our intentions and be intentional with love as our foundation? Can we live in love daily? And if we want to, yet we're not sure how to, then this is good, because I want to share practices that will help us cultivate this awakened, unconditional love and heart. So, in the Buddhist teaching, there's a term called Brahma Viharas. And these are four emotional states that has been translated to divine abodes. And the divine abodes, again, for me, it's basically how I interpret it is these four different state of minds that will help us to achieve um, this great expression of freedom, help us to achieve liberation, true liberation, and that sense of feeling like heaven is really on earth, right? Really feeling into what that actually means. And the four benevolent state of these mind states are loving kindness, which we're going to explore tonight, compassion, appreciated joy, and equanimity. And equanimity, it's like having this balance, being neutral, being balanced most of the time. And in equanimity, I feel like it's the foundation, it holds the other three and allows us to really cultivate the other three once we kind of, um, I guess, use the word master equanimity or really feel into or embody equanimity. So, like I mentioned before, tonight we're going to explore loving kindness. So I want to share a story about two priests, and they are friends, but they have like a friendly rival. And they took a boat ride on an island to an island, and then the boat was capsized. The two men were stranded on an island, and they both agreed to separate so they can find help or food or shelter. So one went north and the other went south. They both prayed as they went on their journey, and the journey took months. Along the journey, one pastor found food, shelter, and soon enough found another boat and was rescued. But before leaving the island, he asked if they can find his friend. When they found the friend, the priest, he was skinny, and it was evident that he had not found shelter that whole time. And the priest said to his friend, "I guess God doesn't answer your prayers." And the friend replied, "No, my friend, I pray that you will find food, that you will find shelter, and that you will be rescued. And therefore, my friend, my God did answer my prayers." So I like that story because it shows how one priest was just devoting his time to share this intent of goodwill, to pray that this friend will find the food and the shelter. He was selfless. And when we think of loving kindness, the word comes from the Pali word metta. It also means friendliness, to offer this expression that's innately within us, this goodwill, um, this compassion, to really care for another being unconditionally. And that is always within us. We innately have the capacity to be filled with goodness and to have this goodness overflow out of us. We are innately happy. We are friendly. We are loving. And we have the capacity to be fully loving to ourselves and to other beings. And it takes a lot of strength during these days because of everything that we might have gone through, our experiences in life as we've gotten older created conditions. We have created habitual conditions that may block us from fully being intimate and open to love, unconditional love. But these habitual conditionings can be transformed through the divine abodes. So I want to take this moment to do a reflection check in. And I'm going to name some words. And I just want you to close your eyes or have a soft gaze and really feel into what the words mean to you as I say them. So you can begin to close your eyes and feel comfortable within your space. And I'm just going to name some words: love and kindness. What does it mean to you when I say the word love and kindness? Unconditional loving. What does it mean to you when you hear unconditional loving? What does it feel within your body? What does it feel like within your body when I say unconditional loving? What does it mean to you, and what does it feel like when I say happiness? Happiness. Friendliness. Loving intention. When we are on this path of striving to awaken the heart, it's to me very important to feel into the body of certain words, just so we understand what we need to work on, work with, so we can grow, um, to be more loving and be more light within ourselves. And I was thinking about the word love myself, and a lot of times I do mention, oh, I got love for this person. I love this person. I love you all. Even when I'm writing on Instagram in the comment section, it's just like with love, stay loving and just using this word love. And then I also was thinking about embodying love. So not just using the word love, but embodying love. And are we embodying love? Or are we just freely using the word love without fully understanding its energy? I believe that we all have the capacity to awaken and be in or embody love. We just have to figure out our blockages. It's beautiful to know a little bit more about our bodies because you get to understand that love is just our first nature. Love is what we are, it's how we're designed. And when you think of the brain, we have the frontal cortex, and the frontal cortex is the part of the brain that helps us to feel compassion, to help us to feel bonding, right? We have neurons to help us understand, oxytocin, which helps us to bond, right? When we, for mothers, I haven't done it yet, but when a mother gives birth and the baby is like on the chest, or you just with the mother, you feel that bond, the release of those hormones, those chemicals. That's within us, that's inside of us. This is inside of us. We are designed to be loving. And it feels good, right? When you're in this loving state, it can be with another person, it can be out in nature, whatever it is that makes you feel this love, like receiving the love and giving love. Doesn't that feel amazing? It can be scary sometimes, but when you really just release all the fears, it feels so good. Again, we are designed to love. Hello. We are designed to give and receive love. But it takes us to be very courageous and brave to find those blockages that are preventing us to be and to embody this love. And we have the choice. We have the choice to fully learn how to embody love, or we have the choice to continue to be numb to it, to be scared of it, to feel like we're losing ourselves if we're fully in it. I remember being in a few relationships where I felt like I had to have my guard up. I felt like that is the way to go based on the experience that I have. Now, I don't think that we should go into anything carelessly, but I think at some point when I'm reflecting back, I was a little bit over the top with my guard, just feeling like I needed to hold on to that security that I can be protected within myself because I've been hurt. And because I've been hurt, I don't fully understand how to be present with the vibe that I'm having with this other person, because I'm waiting like a detective based on the wounds that I have when this person is going to disappoint me. I'm already sabotaging love by not being fully present and fully awakened with the open heart. And it's not our fault, right? We grow up, we enter this world full of love. A baby can teach us so many things. It's so ready to receive, ready to give, wants to bond. And then we grow up and we experience unpleasant things as we grow up, and it puts us in a fear state. For some of us, we develop trauma. We get high anxiety, so much fear, overly stressed. And those feelings of fear, anxiety, it feels like in some ways it becomes us, these habitual conditionings. We feel sometimes that these, the feeling of fear and doubt and anxiety in some ways is part of us, when truly it's just part of an experience that we have, and that we develop this fear to be fully open and remember how it was when we were childlike. But to be loving means to be present. To be loving means to be present. And it is not an easy thing to do sometimes, especially when we're dealing with trauma. But mindfulness meditation helps bring awareness to what has made us disconnected from love, from loving kindness, from friendliness, from unconditional love. And mindfulness meditation helps us to identify these disconnects without judgment. We don't have to judge ourselves. We don't have to judge other people. We develop this sense of compassion, compassion for our journey, compassion for others, even the ones that have hurt us. We realize and we start to we start to realize that we are all connected. We all want the basics: love, to receive love, to be love, to be held in love. We all want that. We all want to heal from our traumas. We all want to be able to love freely because it's so liberating. We all want to feel liberated. We all are striving in some capacity to feel this sense of freedom. And some of us have, you equate freedom and love with tangible things, some haven't. But ultimately, we're striving for love. I have another check in question, and it's regarding relationships. And I chose relationships because, based on my own personal experience, relationships have been very challenging for me, um, because of trauma, because of who has hurt me. And I was sitting with myself and just remembering, like, I walk into my new situations a lot of times holding on more to what has hurt me versus the good. When I leave a situation, it's more like this person hurt me, this person did this to me, and I'm entering that with the guard up versus saying to myself, well, that experience was this experience. Yes, it had some unpleasant experience, but I've learned from it, and here were the goods. And I'm going to enter this new relationship with the good in mind. But oftentimes that doesn't happen. So I have questions, and I want to ask, how many of us are holding on to more of our trauma or negative experiences versus the positive when we're navigating through life? So, how many of us are holding on to more of the trauma or negative experience versus the positive experiences when navigating through life? How many of us are bringing more negative memories from the past over the positive ones into new relationships? And the relationship can be a romantic one, it can be a friendship, it can be with a coworker, just entering something new. How many of us are bringing more of the negative memories from the past over the positive ones into new relationships? Let me reflect on that for a few. A lot of us, unfortunately, are walking around with a lot of emotional baggage. And we're not here to blame ourselves or blame other people, but we are here to acknowledge them, to bring awareness to them in a non judgmental way so that we can start our healing process, so that we can become more loving for ourselves first, so that we'll be able to show up for others. And we'll be able to not just show up, but show up without the ego, show up without the armoring, right? There's these armors that we walk in life with. And those armors can sometimes prevent us from receiving more light, from receiving more love from other people. And sometimes, because of our emotional baggage, and when we're entering relationships or interacting with other beings, sometimes we're projecting. We're projecting aspects of ourselves that we don't like. And so when we're carrying these baggages, walking around with these baggages, walking around with um, open wounds, and not really taking the time to sit with them and identify and heal, we're just creating a domino effect of more pain and more suffering. But this is not to bring pressure onto ourselves. We're only doing this to bring light into what has happened and how can we move on from that? And how does loving kindness kind of connect to all of that? Well, it starts with being loving and kind to ourselves and to acknowledge the love and kindness and friendliness and compassion and unconditional love that we get and receive from other people. Just taking that moment to practice that gratitude can help us awaken the heart. So let's explore today. Today, uh, how how much were you fully available without the need to be in your armor? How much were you fully available today without the need to be in your armor? Were you able to be open today, present with someone, with yourself or someone today? Did you allow yourself to be unconditionally loving today? And if not, why? Loving kindness can be a difficult practice for a lot of people because of the hurt and the trauma. So it takes great practice to get to the point where the heart is fully awakened and open and unconditional. So when we do these practices of loving kindness, it goes into a certain order. But before we get there, before I guide you into a loving kindness meditation, I want us to practice right now um, by picking someone that you're close to or not so close to, and just really picture them in your mind. And within yourself, notice if you want to appear a certain way for them. Because a lot of times, what prevents us from also being unconditionally loving is the mask that we feel like we have to wear, to feel that we have to be a certain way in order to please someone or in order to be accepted. And in order for us to have this unconditional love for all beings, we have to have the unconditional love for ourselves. So, with the eyes closed or soft gaze, pick someone close to, not so close to, and just imagine yourself in their presence and notice how you are appearing in front of that person. Do you feel the need that you have to prove anything? This person that you picked, that you're visualizing in your space right now, do you feel like you need anything from them? Do you feel like they need anything from you? Do you feel like when you're in the presence of this person, the need to want to manipulate an experience that you want them to have with you? When you are in the presence of this person, do you feel any tension within the body? When you visualize this person in your space, do you ever feel like you want this person to change in any way? Or when you're in the presence of this person, are you able to fully be yourself? Are you able to fully be present with this person? Are you fully available? Do you appreciate yourself as you are with this person? And do you appreciate the person for who they are? When you visualize this person in your space, do you feel at peace and don't want to change anything? Just think about what it is, how you feel about this person within yourself, how you feel when you're in the presence of this person. Do you feel like you're fully available? You're fully yourself, or do you feel like you want to change in some way, manipulate the situation in some way? Are you fully accepting the person for who they are, having this unconditional acceptance and love for that person? Just take a few more seconds to reflect on that. It's so important to remember when we're on a path of deepening or awakening our heart center. It's so important to ask these questions. And it's also very important when we're exploring to do it in a gentle, loving way, to not judge yourself for whatever questions that you have, um, because this is part of it, right? We're understanding these conditions that we've cultivated. But it's beautiful because we're also on a path to explore ways to cultivate more unconditional experiences, love, kindness. Being gentle and curious in this part of your journey is, I believe, the way to let go of the self and the ego and enter more into true liberation and freedom. We are noticing our blockages and noticing even if we have some agenda. Do we want to interact with this person because they got something for us? And a lot of times, because we live in this Western world, we're always feeling like we need to make some sort of network, like we need to network, right? We need something out of this person, and this person gonna need something out of me. But can we just be in presence with each other unconditionally without the need for anything? Without the need to impress someone, to wear a mask, to feel like we have to be perfect in any way? Can we just be? And can we pay attention to all that's arising and express love? To be present means to be fully aware and open and loving. I was in Ecuador last year for about 3 months, and it was only planned to be a month, but it was during the beginning of the pandemic, and everything just shut down, the borders and everything. But it was bittersweet because in that space, being in Ecuador, being in nature, with no taxis, I couldn't get anywhere. But thank goodness we found friends that had bikes to get to another town. But besides all of that, uh, I had no choice but to just be in the area that I was in and pay attention to what was around me. I paid attention to the little details that nature had to offer. It was just beautiful dance from rising to the sunset. There was something so uh, amazing going on every single moment. And I paid attention. And I started paying attention and noticing this like vibrant blue butterfly. I've never seen anything like that before. And I noticed every time it will come, how it would flap its wings. And every day I wanted to make sure that I saw that butterfly. And I would go out every day and I would see it every day. And eventually this blue, vibrant blue butterfly became so sacred to me. Everything that I started to pay attention to every day became sacred. And it made me connect being present and fully paying attention with openness and curiosity, with love. Whatever you're paying attention to eventually becomes sacred. And that to me was powerful. If I can pay attention to this and give love to this and nurture this, it will then become sacred. And how beautiful that would be when we all become these beings of paying attention with this openness and love, how sacred we will see everyone else. Everyone and life is just sacred. And like that saying goes, energy flows where focus goes, right? So when we have this deep focus on what's there, it reveals to us its beauty, its true beautiful essence. And then we can then fall in love or rise in love, I like to say. So when we practice, we're going to go into it real quickly. Short metta or loving kindness practice. Um, and loving kindness meditation practice can be challenging for some people. And some people, it could just be a breeze. So you will fill into where you are in your journey of awakening the heart. And in its simplest form, to help us understand loving kindness, it's the way we pay attention with an open heart and how we direct this attention. Um, we can do this through visualization. Uh, oh, thank you so much. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Got distracted. um, but yes, I want us to kind of go into this guided meditation and to cultivate loving kindness within ourselves, within other people, and with all beings. And through loving kindness, there are two basic ways to kind of undo these habitual conditionings that prevents us from being fully unconditional in love. And what we're undoing is this sense of separateness, to feel like we don't belong. And then what we're also doing is kind of cultivating space to add all into our hearts. So let's start practicing. It's going to be a short meditation. And the order of loving kindness practice, first, we want to start where is the most easiest. In order to awaken the heart, we want to find ourselves in a comfortable state. We don't want to feel the tension really. It will be very challenging if we're tense and trying to say, may I share this love with other people. We want to be loose and free and light. So we kind of go through a certain order to get ourselves into that position so that we can freely feel the love within our heart space, within ourselves, and to share that with other people. So we start with someone we care about, and we go into ourselves, and then we go into someone that is neutral. We don't need to know them. And then we go into a difficult person, and then all beings. So let's start. So we want to start by finding to see if we can find ourselves about 5 or 10% more comfortable than what we already are. You've been listening to me for a while. So just get in a comfortable position, whether you're sitting on a chair, on the floor, or laying down. If you're laying down, try to have the forearm up and the hands pointing towards the ceiling, just so you're not falling asleep. You can place the hands wherever you feel is most comfortable for you. This is about finding a comfortable space within yourself. You can close your eyes completely or soften your gaze and just imagine a smile. You can smile or imagine a smile and see if you can bring that smile into your heart center and feel a sense of warmth in this space. Sometimes when we are in or very tense or not feeling so great, of course, practicing gratitude is one thing, but offering a smile to ourselves can definitely help. Take a nice big deep breath in and out. Keeping the smile. Think of a benefactor, a healer, a teacher, a friend. Think of someone who believes in you, someone who's been generous to you, someone who's been there for you. This ideal person should be someone you know. And let this person and their care into your heart space. Think about their goodness and bring that goodness into your heart space. Love is an experience of appreciation. So feel this appreciation in your heart space for this person. Now that we feel this warmth, we have a smile, and we can feel the appreciation of this person, we want to offer words of good intentions or blessings to your benefactor, your teacher, your healer, your guide. May you be well. May you be at peace and happy. May you feel and be held in loving kindness. May you be free from all internal and external harm. May you truly know love. May you experience the fullness of being alive. Now bring your attention to your own goodness. Fill your heart. Feel into all the things that you appreciate about yourself. The goodwill you have given to yourself and others. And sense what matters to you that would help you awaken and open your heart space. Maybe it's a sense of spiritual freedom or the ability, the capacity to give and receive love, to share compassion. Now offer this sincere intention and blessing to yourself. May I be well. May I be at peace and happy. May I feel and be held in loving kindness. May I be free from all internal and external harm. May I truly know love. May I experience the fullness of being alive. Now bring to mind someone we truly care about, a sibling, a friend, parents, roommates, just someone you know you're close with and you truly, truly love and care for. I want you to imagine them in the room with you, facing you, visualizing yourself eye gazing, looking into their eyes. See the love within their eyes. See their happiness. See their humor. See their willingness to alleviate or release from their own suffering. See all that you appreciate about them. You can begin to offer your intentions or good blessings to them. May you be well. May you be at peace and happy. May you feel and be held in loving kindness. May you be free from all internal and external harm. May you truly know love. And may you experience the fullness of being alive. Now call to mind a neutral person. This person you see around a lot. You don't speak to them often. Maybe you wave a little bit. You probably don't know their name, but you still sense their goodness. You still sense that there's happiness within them and happiness that they want to express. You sense how they want to be loved. You sense how they want to give love. Now you can begin to offer your intention and blessings to them. May you be well. May you be at peace and happy. May you feel and be held in loving kindness. May you be free from all internal and external harm. May you truly know love. May you experience the fullness of being alive. Now, bring to mind someone who's difficult, someone who may have hurt you in some way, but did not cause major wounds. We won't go there yet. We'll just stick with someone who's difficult, may have caused some annoyance. But let's remember now this person as we bring them into our space. And remembering that they too have love inside of them, that they too want to be happy and free from suffering. Imagine this person in your space and seeing their wounds, seeing that they have wounds just like you. Sense them here and offer your good intentions and blessings. May you be well. May you be at peace and happy. May you feel and be held in loving kindness. May you be free from all internal and external harm. May you truly know love. May you experience the fullness of being alive. Now bring to your heart space your benefactor, teacher, healer, guide, mentor, someone you truly care about, love, yourself, a neutral person, the difficult person. And now, because we've opened ourselves to be so awakened in this heart space and unconditionally love Him, we bring in now the entire earth. We bring in all beings, all living things, nature, and we offer our intentions and our blessings to all beings. May all beings be well. May all beings be at peace and happy. May all beings feel and be held in loving kindness. May all beings be free from all internal and external harm. May all beings truly know love, and may all beings experience the fullness of being alive. You can begin to rub your hands together, creating a nice warmth between the palms of the hand, and bring it over your eyes. Inhale, and on the exhale, release the hands, coming back into your space, into this space. And thank you. Thank you for joining me as we discuss loving kindness. And for some of us, loving kindness, we can stay a very long time with it, especially when we're offering these intentions and blessings to ourselves. For some of us, offering these intentions can be difficult just within ourselves. So we stay here for a while. And also, it could be challenging for someone that is difficult or someone that has hurt us in any way to still offer these blessings and good intentions. So, when practicing with loving kindness, a tip is to start with someone that has done good things for you, and you just want to offer your gratitude to them. Okay, so thank you again for tuning in. And again, I offer these classes. I'm not sure if I'm always going to go on live, but these classes are originally for Zoom. And I do ask for donations. It's for an organization called South Side Liberation. And so that's where I'm actually kind of holding these classes for. So every Tuesday at 6 p.m., my class is titled Nurture Your Inner Sanctuary Through Mindfulness. And we just go through different practices to help us to be more light and loving and aware and present so we can just be, the best versions of ourselves and all of it, no matter where we are. We just love ourselves anyway. Okay. So take care of yourself. Thank you for joining me again. And if you have any questions, you can always contact me via DM. Um, that's the best way for right now. And remember that the links are in my bio. If you want to offer a donation, that link is in the bio as well. Okay. Thank you so much. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you.